Playing 52 card pickup?
Yeah. Shit.
I wasn't doing for Snoop, dog. All right.
What's happening?
Hey. All right, man. Well, we're back. Another week, man.
Another week. We survived.
We survived, man. We survived the Delta variant, bro.
So
There you
far.
go, man. So far. Yeah, dude.
Yep.
This
So
guy
far.
so far. Fuck, man.
Well, it's crazy. Though.
Double down, Esse.
I've been hearing a lot of people say, like, yo, I know people that are getting sick again like crazy. And I'm just like, damn.
Uh-oh.
Like, I'm gonna stay away.
Well, what you just earlier, but first of all,
Yeah.
welcome to the
HoldEm Podcast.
earlier what you said, bro. Like, I mean, I'm like that right now again. I'm back like to that. Like, if somebody says I'm sick, I'm like dipping, bro. Like,
Yeah.
skirt.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Hey,
I pulled,
let me know.
yeah, I went somewhere and they were like, oh, yeah, man, we've been struggling working. You know, a lot of people have been getting sick lately. And I'm like, all right, I'm out. Like, got in the car, sanitized my hands like crazy.
Yeah.
Put hand sanitizer on my arms,
Yeah.
bro. Got my keys, sprayed them, everything. Like, no.
I'm like that too right now, bro.
Hey,
Honestly, I'm like that right
I
now.
know, bro. I was at work and I sneezed and everyone looked at me. They were just staring at
No
me.
bless you, no nothing. Just
Yeah,
like,
they're
hey.
just like,
Sure. I'm getting a little too much into it, but I was doing my run yesterday. Wait, no, I was saying, dude.
yeah.
And I was doing my run, bro, and like I'll say like about 100 meters away from me, you know what I mean? Or what is it? Like 100 meters. I sped out, and there was some white people walking.
Yeah.
Dude, they did a straight U-turn on me,
No.
dog.
Oh, really?
They saw that loogie you threw out and they're like, ooh, that's a petri dish of Delta variant and who knows what else.
I know, my man.
Who knows what else?
I was like, man, how could I have it? I'm running, you know. I'm like, you guys are walking, you know. So
Damn, so you didn't spit in front of them, though, right?
no, but they were kind of far away, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and they did a U-turn on me.
You couldn't
dog.
wait for them to just pass and just spit behind
Well,
you?
they were kind of far, bro. Right?
You're gonna hold it the whole time?
Yeah, I was gonna hold that shit. Or which one would
Nah,
you do, dog?
I don't know.
Honestly, bro, I
You would have swallowed that shit?
no,
No,
I
hell
hate.
no.
That's like one of the worst situations to be in, bro.
Right?
Because
Yeah.
I hate spitting like in
Yeah.
public, like, cause you know some
Yeah.
people.
Well, I
are,
spit on the
some
street.
Yeah, but some people are gross, man. Some people are just like walking, like they're like yo talking, they're like yeah, you know, and it's like
Yeah.
what, like bro, you have chewing tobacco, not know about this,
You're
like
right.
what's going on, man? Like, you know, so that's nasty.
Man, so that was my story. Now let's do the story of the week, right?
All right.
Story of the week.
Man, dude, we had something else planned for you guys, but my man, C's always, dropping what's going on, So, with that said, I guess we've been in Afghanistan for over 20 years, right?
Yeah.
The U.S. since
US
9/11.
troops, yeah.
20 years, yeah.
Oh no, you can say 20 years. It was
20 years.
2021. Yeah,
Yeah.
20 years. Finally, we have left Afghanistan, and whatever government we implemented, whatever armed forces we implemented, collapsed.
Yeah.
They gave up Afghanistan.
20 years of work, everything they did.
Money.
Yeah.
$1
money,
trillion that we-
Training, supposedly, developing infrastructure for the government.
Damn.
All that collapsed in
Less than a week.
less than a week.
And it all collapsed because the dude fled, right?
Well,
Well, and let's
There's
get to
some-
it, bro.
yeah, something to
do
Let's
with
get
that,
to
right?
it, bro.
didn't just, yeah,
No,
there's several things.
people didn't hold their end of the bargain, I guess, or their deal, right? Which is, if I help you develop, if I help you become a leader, if I help you become some type of government, but then when I guess there was a deal with the previous regime, which was the Taliban, that the U.S. Armed Forces would leave by May 1st of this year. So I guess when that was agreed upon, and the Taliban says we're back, then this current government said peace out, we're out too.
Yeah.
And I guess you
okay.
said that the president, right, of Afghanistan fled to.
Yeah, so he fled to the I think the Russian embassy, and then he left to Russia, I think.
So come on, dog. So like they pretty much gave it back to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So,
Now, we're not here to talk politics, but we're here to say we have a lot of different opinions about this. You know what I mean? And what it is mainly like, and I kind of agree today with what the current president said, which is, why does the U.S. have to be there to develop a country, bro? Like, I guess when we went over there, it was to get rid of the not the Taliban, the Al Qaeda.
Yeah, okay.
Al-Qaeda's and the terrorist group that attacked the U.S., right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we were there for. That got handled. They diminished Al-Qaeda and they got rid of Osama bin Laden, right? So why were we still there another 10 years, right? I guess it took them 10 years to do that. Why were we there another 10 years?
That's a good
Well,
question.
I mean, here's the thing, though, too, man. If you look at before even 9/11 happened, which was our excuse to go out there, Bush was already pushing to go into the Middle East.
Right.
Like everybody in his office, everybody that ran in his group knew that they were trying to go to the Middle East. Obviously, because of the oil they were trying to get and their deals that they have with what's that oil company that they were on the board with? Most of them.
Valero?
No. Hallie Birkin or.
Oh, I don't know.
Except for there.
I don't know, dog. I'm just saying, I don't know what fucking
I know,
gas
'cause
is.
they're
Yeah,
like-
no, I don't know what it is either, but
Because they're like a
This is
big
random.
publicly traded company that just merged with another company like a few years ago.
All right,
But-
go look it up, dog. No, look it up. No,
Let me
I'm
see.
good. I'm good with you looking it up.
Look at my
So you're
stock
saying
portfolio.
that Bush was already planning to go there for the oil?
yeah,
They even talk about it in the
That's what I
Dick Cheney
believe.
movie.
yeah, that's what I
When
believe.
he tells him, "Hey man, if you're gonna be my VP, this is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna go into the Middle East." And Dick Cheney was on the board for this company as well. So
But that's Enron, though.
he was also with
Wasn't Enron? Is that what you're saying?
Halliburton.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Shit.
And he was with another company too. So, yeah, 9/11 was our excuse to go out to the Middle East, and specifically to Afghanistan.
It opened a door.
It opened the door.
To
It
go.
gave us the excuse. It gave the U.S. the excuse to go out there and deploy the troops. But here's the thing. I feel like that narrative has changed so many times, right? First, we were out there looking for weapons of like mass destruction.
That was Iraq.
With Iraq, yes.
Yeah.
And then they went over to Afghanistan, and they were like, "Oh, okay, we're fighting the war on terror over there."
Right.
Right. And then they were like, "Oh no, it's because we're spreading democracy." So it's like, okay, so what was the real initiative and what was in it for the U.S. at the time?
Mm-hmm. No, I
Because
believe-
they were out there not just trying to be like good neighbors, you know?
Yeah,
Like they were out there because something benefit them.
Now, if I was to tell you, and I don't know what it is about Afghanistan that people love to go there, nations. We have Great Britain that went there from in the 1840s. Great Britain occupied Afghanistan for a good minute. Then after that, it was Russia in 1978 for another 10 years. So what is it about all these countries that want to go to Afghanistan, bro? I mean, looking at the pictures of, and I'm not trying to talk shit, but looking at the pictures of Afghanistan, that's not a country that I want to
Yeah.
just go and try to take over and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm good. I pass on that, bro. But what do you think it is?
I think definitely like the oil.
I think the natural resources.
yeah,
man,
I think
it
it's
has
the
to be
natural.
it.
Yeah, if it's not the oil, it's the other natural resources that
Yeah.
they have.
You think so? You think it's that? Because
Definitely.
and I heard this theory also, and there's a theory out there that says that it's actually the oil route from Iran to either China or Russia, and that they have to always go through Afghanistan.
Yeah.
So whoever controls that controls whatever supplies go to Russia or China. So I guess that's what they were saying that the U.S. was there for, to mainly control how much oil Iran was sending to those two, countries.
That makes sense. Yeah, definitely.
Do you guys think is that though?
Yeah.
I think so because
Definitely.
Afghanistan would be like the biggest country between Iran, China,
In Russia,
and Russia, pretty much. So
it's
I
like a
can see
perfect
that.
place for a military base.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would be, and it's kind of like the geographical center of the Middle East, before you get into Asia, into China, and yeah, it's just like in the middle of everything.
So you think is that
I think it's just because they wanted to have a stronghold at the center of everything.
of everything?
Because they know there was so much stuff going on with Palestine. There's so much stuff going on in China, in Russia. So they want to be somewhere in the middle.
I feel like U.S. always wants to smoke, bro.
Okay, but and that's what I want to say. Why is it that we need to be in the smoke? Why is it that the U.S. I mean, and I get it, bro. Everybody's good for a fight, you know what I mean? But why is it that we have to be there, bro?
I mean,
that's somebody else's business, bro. Like,
no, yeah, I feel like it is someone else's business, but I also feel like the U.S. is also like the bully of the world when it comes to like U.S. militaries and stuff. And I feel like like the leaders of the U.S. will use the military at their disposal to kind of to gain their benefit
and to bully people.
Yeah,
to bully countries.
Yeah, because they can. That's what I feel like.
But and see, you sent us something. You know, there's a new narrative that is coming out, right? That it wasn't really that the U.S. for 9/11 did not get attacked due to what? What was it again?
So it got attacked because the terrorist groups in Afghanistan was trying to send a sign or like
a message.
A message, yeah, to the U.S. to back away from the Middle East.
Right.
Like, hey, this isn't your area to be attacking or trying to like.
That's the new narrative.
That's what some articles have said. Like even, and I know Wikipedia isn't like a legit source.
Right.
But even if you look up like reasons behind the attacks of 9/11, it pretty much talks about the reason is that they were trying to send a message against the U.S. like, hey, stop like meddling in our affairs. Like stay out of our because essentially if it wasn't for the U.S., Russia, or like Britain or anybody else getting involved, all this stuff would have just been a civil war.
Between all the Middle East countries, though.
Between them.
Now, man, we're going to get a little bit into religion. But that region, right, they have always been into this little war since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
I mean, we had the Crusades versus, Saladin and stuff, right? We had all that happening over there. So, is it... And I had mixed feelings about this, which they might come out right now. You know what I mean? And I kind of agree, like you said, right? Should we just let them get at it, get a little civil war, winner takes all? Or should we get involved because maybe there's a winner that comes out that could actually hurt everybody else? You know what I mean? Not only the Middle East, but it could actually be a real terror to other countries.
And here's the thing. I think the reason why the U.S. gets involved and other countries, not just the U.S., is because they're scared of the potential. It's almost like the FOMO of like making a friend, right?
Right.
They're like, hey, what if this country becomes a powerhouse one day? But we were there since day one. We were homies with you when you were just dirt in the middle of the desert.
Right.
Now that you're a huge city and you're a force to be reckoned with, hey, I was your homie from day one. So I think that's why the U.S. got involved. I think that's why Russia and everybody else has always been trying to get involved with them. Because one day when they do develop themselves, they're going to go back to their old friends. So that's where they want to be the first hand out there. Like, hey, remember me? Like, boom.
Okay. Now, would it be scary if like a country like Iran ended up running the table?
Man, it's scary to think that you don't really know what would happen because it could go both ways. Yeah. Are they going to get the power and just be like, hey, we stay here and we don't mess with anybody else? Or are they going to be attacking other places,
Like they're going to move, what's stopping me from moving into Morocco?
Yeah.
Or what's stopping me from just saying, fuck
Exactly.
And I already took care of everybody else.
Yeah, and I think more than anything, you brought up the religious stuff. That those regions have always been a lot of crusades, a lot of like religious battles have gone on,
wars, yeah.
And I think that's what fuels a lot of it to escalate so fast because people are so passionate. Even if you're getting into a discussion with somebody else about religion,
right?
And I mean, bro, like if they had an army and and the other person arguing has an army, you could see where shit could escalate real quick. You know?
Bro.
As soon as you bring religion,
I see people get in a fight, literally a fist fight over religion, like in a public place.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, we talked about this with one of our first guests, how they are just about transsexuals. Remember?
Yeah.
How they do it, bro. Like, they go extreme. And I think, and I mean, everybody out there has seen the video of that bomber plane leaving the airport. Have you seen that? And there's people hanging on the thing. But there's somebody that held on and actually falls off, bro, when the plane's up in the air.
Yeah.
You saw that or not?
Yeah, they're
No, I saw people fall from the building.
So, and here's the thing, man. What did that remind you of?
Fucking 9/11, dog.
No. Did it remind you of Vietnam?
Oh yeah.
When the U.S. was pulling their troops out of Vietnam, right?
Right.
Everybody was trying to get on the last helicopter, on the last plane, trying to come back and save themselves. It's like, yo, didn't we learn that, like, interfering with other countries' politics and you know, trying to spread democracy and the American way and blah blah blah, like, yo, maybe you should keep that to yourself. Like, it's almost like if one of your neighbors came to your house and was like, hey man, this is how I run things in my house, and you know, this is how I keep my kids in line and blah blah blah. You're gonna be like, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do, man?
Exactly.
Like, let's look at it in that way. Now, of course, there is the big question of human rights,
right,
that come into play, and I think that's the biggest fear for the common person, right? For most of us, because we're good people and we don't want to see other people be oppressed or anything like that. I think that's where the real moral questions come to play. Mm-hmm. But do you think the governments are there because of these morals, or what are they really there for?
Well, resources.
No, but I know I want to get into the resource part, but I want to say that for people, and this is the scary part. So I get it. We don't want to be mingling in other people's country or anything. But when I see people trying to hang on to a plane from the outside, I would never try that, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm being serious.
Yeah, you're going to freeze to death.
Yeah, you're going to freeze to death, or I'm going to fall. You know, I'm not going to be able to hold on, dog. Mm-hmm. Those planes are not going 10 miles per hour, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just the G-forces they're going through, I'm going to fucking fly the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, what possesses you, bro? Like, I saw people saying, I'm going to fucking try to hold on to fly out with the plane rather than stay here. Which tells me that maybe there's something to fear there. You're saying we don't want people to suffer. So there's a lot of people that are trying to get into that plane, bro.
Like, they fear for their life.
They fear for their life. So what does that tell us? But, I mean, should that give us the right to, like, get back in there? Or should maybe the UN? What do we have the UN for, man?
Honestly, bro, I think it's just to, like, have little meetings and bullshit.
Right.
It's like, I don't see anything
really
getting resolved ever.
Yeah.
By the UN.
By the UN.
Yeah.
You just hear about shit going to the UN and blah 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 and you know, like, all this high up stuff, but at the end of the day, like, I feel like nothing has been resolved.
Yeah.
You know, or maybe there's a bunch of stuff that gets resolved that we never hear of because it never escalates because they step in. But to be honest, I don't think so.
Well, okay, and before we get into the natural resources, okay, I'm just trying to resolve the issue of human rights right now, okay? So let's say, and I don't know if I'm creating a new idea or if I'm just speaking out of the fucking box and shit here, but if the UN said, okay, I want the U.S. to give us 50,000 troops. I want Great Britain to give us 50,000 troops. I want the France to give 50. Like, if they made it equal. If they made it equal,
yeah.
And then all of a sudden there's an army of 500,000 troops worldwide that goes into Afghanistan just to make sure that no rights are being pulled. Would you guys be okay with that?
Yeah.
That shows that the UN.
I think that shows that.
Okay.
I think that shows that it's not one government
trying to
implement something on a nation, and I think that's not one government trying to get the upper hand down the line when something happens. That way, if it's the UN and everybody pulls in equally, then it's for the well-being of the country itself
and for human beings
and for its citizens of that country. You know,
I know this guy wants to double down. No, double down, dog. You said it, dog. You were like,
no, but I agree with what he says. I was thinking about it, and I was like, it makes sense, and it seems more fair to do it that way.
I thought you were gonna double down on us,
thought?
bro. Yeah, we were ready for the double down,
I'm
bro.
holding on to my chips.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Till I'm ready.
So I think, and I think, like I said, I'm thinking outside the box. That would be more fair, bro. I think that would make countries see the U.S., see maybe Russia, see China as allies and trying to just maintain peace in the world rather than, we want to see who's the strongest. We want to see who's the most powerful. You know what I mean? Everybody pitch in, bro. Everybody, whether you're a communist country, whether you're against the U.S., but you're throwing in your soldiers, you know what I mean? To make sure that a country doesn't fucking collapse people are not, trying to hang on to planes because they want to like leave the country. And I even saw a which was a sad story, bro. A young man, I'm gonna say young man, that his dad was in the new Afghan military, and he had died a month ago fighting the Taliban.
Yeah.
And the mom had died out of something, right? So it was just him and his baby sister. And he said, I fear for me and my baby sister's life because these people are so radical that most likely we're gonna end up dead.
Yeah.
So like when you hear those stories, bro, it breaks you and it gets you upset, and you say like, fuck it, let's send some troops. But I also think, like you said, bro, I don't wanna be the person that I don't want to be the country that's always fighting for everybody else. I don't want to be Superman, bro. I don't.
Yeah.
Let's be the what are they called, bro? Like what is it? DC's
Batman.
No, but what are they called, bro? Like
the Justice League.
Yeah, let's be the Justice League, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Let's be the Justice League. Let's not be Superman fights everybody, bro.
Okay, yeah,
let's beat the Justice League and have different countries pitch in, bro. And let's get active and help each other out, man. Help the people. I mean, that's the way I see it.
No,
bro.
yeah.
But
I'm not going to double down.
Oh, you're not going to double down?
No,
All right.
I agree with that.
But now we're going to get to the other stuff.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
Which a lot of people said. Well, the U.S. was only there for their natural resources.
Yes. That's what I believe.
So that's why the U.S. wants to be the only country that goes and tries to help out. They want to be Superman. Do you guys think that's the truth?
Yeah.
Why do you think that's the truth, bro?
Because history proves that, U.S. has been known to have a dominant military. History proves that the U.S. likes to be, like, in the middle of things and also look good and everything.
Okay, but, like, when I hear people say that we spent $1 trillion on Afghanistan in 20 years, how much money did we really get out of the natural resources, bro? Are we ever going to find out how much money? Like, okay, if I invest
I'm sure somebody's getting money.
I'm just saying, you get what I'm saying, right?
Let's
Like,
not even look at the money, too, man. How many American lives were lost in Afghanistan? Bro, I mean, you would hear you would hear on the news all the time, especially at the beginning when we went out there. I mean, these Hummers were getting bombed left and right. You would hear stories, man. Like, we graduated high school, and a lot of our friends went straight into the service.
That's true.
And you hear some of the stories they talk about, and you're just like, damn, like.
Yeah.
So now you're telling me that all these lives were lost, and for what? For a deal to just be like, hey, we said we were going to be out by this time, so we're moving out, and the country collapsed within the week.
Yeah. There's no solution.
There's no solution.
Want me to tell you?
The numbers?
Yeah.
Steep, I'm sure.
All right, bro. So from what I'm hearing right here from Newsweek, 66,000 lives have been lost.
Okay. I thought it was more, to be
honest. Oh, really?
Yeah, I was going to say
No, I thought it was less, bro.
Oh, really?
So
yeah,
66,000 lives lost.
In 20 years.
Now, imagine how many people have not had PTSD that came back.
Oh, no.
How many people have been
or lost a limb.
Permanent disabilities, losing limbs, different stuff like
bro,
that.
I know people right now that are suffering from being in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Me too.
I have friends that as soon as like by the time we were 21, like I could already tell they weren't the same just when they would come back home.
Like I'm afraid to drink with them.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
that's how I feel. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Or like if I show up and they're like drinking, I'm, oh fuck, this is like the wrong part to be at right now.
Yeah.
Just do my, snap. You know what I mean?
No, for
and
real.
it sucks. Like I'm laughing because like shit. People don't take in consideration like, hey, maybe this person just shouldn't be drinking. Instead, they rather like get them to that point and escalate them. You know what I mean?
So talking about the U.S. always being at war, pretty much, right?
Right.
So we've been a country since 1776. So out of 246 years, we've been at war 227 years.
With
someone, pretty much.
So think about that.
That's more than like 93% of our history. We've been at war with someone.
Was that including Civil War too?
We've been at war.
Bro.
It's just a war.
Here we go, dog.
Damn.
I'm gonna double down just for Forrest right here, bro. I'm doubling down, dog. So see, how many of those wars did we get any natural resources, bro? It's just the fact that we are a fighting nation. You get what I'm saying, right?
I mean, what's the one thing that they always say, man?
You see what I'm saying, right?
Here's one of the oldest things they've always talked about, man. War is good for business.
Oh, no, yeah.
War is good for the economy. So, do you think the U.S. has always had somewhat stable economy because it's always been at war?
Okay, so I'm going to agree with you on that. So, on that one, you take the pocket, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was saying that we'll go to war because of the natural resources.
No, I'm just talking about the situation in Afghanistan.
Economy. Oh, okay.
In Afghanistan specifically.
Okay.
Yeah. But I also said the U.S. has a history of being in a lot of wars, having a dominant military, and they like to look good. Like,
and I'm going to tell you this.
What's up?
I know people that are in the military business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying they're in
they're in the military, yeah.
Business. No, in the business, bro. The business aspect.
Yeah.
They build anything that has to do with either parts for weapons or
technology.
Technology.
Yeah.
When we're at war, bro, these people are balling out of control, bro. They're even lending out money like there's no tomorrow, bro.
It's crazy.
Because those contracts come in like crazy, dog.
And then also too, man. There's all those what are those called? Like those black op contracts.
Yeah.
That are completely. There's no budget. That there's no record of.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
So
like,
where's that money going?
So like I said, we might not be benefiting from, but someone is definitely getting paid.
No, and I know. I think we all agree on that, bro.
Yeah,
I think
we all agree that the 1% of the nation and the top of the politicians benefit from us being at war.
But is that a good thing, bro?
Depends.
As human beings.
I mean, morally, no.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
No.
It's not a good thing.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, and this is gonna go to where I feel, and I'm thankful to this new generation, bro. I think we're heading in the right direction. I think we're becoming more peaceful, and I think now we're gonna. I think so,
Think
bro.
so?
You think so?
I know you sent us a video about somebody getting shot for shoes, bro, but. Overall,
Actually,
okay.
no,
I'll double down on
I
that.
think that actually was somebody trying to break up a fight.
Overall, bro.
Uh-huh.
Think about it like this. I think we are becoming more peaceful, bro.
Okay, let me double down on
I'm
that.
gonna double down.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go.
I'm gonna disagree, bro.
Where are you going with?
I mean, like, didn't we talk on what episode?
Gun violence.
Yeah, no, we talked about gun violence, gang violence, how it increased lately.
Yeah, bro, but those are like specific groups.
So,
but I'm talking overall.
Overall, okay. I mean,
let's talk about the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah.
There were peaceful rallies.
Most of them, yeah.
How many people were out there, bro?
A lot.
That's what I'm saying. Compare that to actual violence. That's what I'm trying to say. We are as human beings. As human beings, we are moving forward.
We are moving forward, but are you talking about what in like the last 50 years, in the last like 100 years? Like what are we talking
20
about?
20 years?
Shit, I'm talking about the last 5 years, bro.
Because if you look at the civil rights protests, I mean, those were meant to be peaceful, and they were peaceful for the most part.
Right.
You know, so same as the Black Lives Matter. That was 50 years ago, 60 years ago.
Right.
So I mean, if it's the same level of peaceful, I think.
But look at the numbers.
I think we've become more violent in the sense that we've become detached to lives.
I think we become desensitized.
Yeah.
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 You get me?
Desensitized.
No,
Because
yeah.
I feel
Like we can see somebody get killed and we're like, oh, that's another day in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's just like in the medieval ages when they would like, you know,
Off of his head.
or hang somebody and everybody would go watch, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
What do, man? We see something bad or somebody get gunned down on the street and we're watching the video on social media like, damn, that's crazy.
I even watched a video where they said, we could be seeing somebody get beat down in the subway, and rather than helping them out, we're recording it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%, man. You know, it's happened to me a few times where I was actually at the airport one time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not EMT, man. Like, I have basic CPR and first aid certifications, and I was
Right.
gonna go that route, so I'm familiar with some things. But I'm not a fucking EMT, and I'm not a doctor. And one time I was going through the airport, and this lady like fainted and collapsed. And instead of anybody going to check on her, everybody was like pulling out their phone and shit. And it's like,
That's
yo, like
sick.
that's crazy. Like, even if you don't have like real first aid experience, like, aren't you gonna go like kind of like see if
Just
she
to
needs
see if
help
she's okay.
getting up, or
Yeah.
at least be like, yo, is there bleeding? Like, call help.
Yeah.
These people weren't calling for help; they were just recording.
I
You
know,
know?
I get you, bro.
And so I think that's where you're saying yes. I feel like
People
I agree
are
with you that
becoming
we
more
become
desensitized.
Desensitized, bro.
for
Yeah.
sure, because we don't. It doesn't hit home like it used to. You know.
Like I see, and I don't know if you guys remember this was I believe a couple years ago, where this family in Disneyland fought, and it was
Oh,
a family.
Yeah,
remember?
I remember that.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
that was
And
a
a
big
big thing. And
Yeah.
instead of people like stopping the family from fighting, they're like letting it fucking happen.
But also too, man, like the thing you were talking about, the guy getting shot over the shoes. So that guy, they later on released more information saying that he actually was trying to break up a fight, and that's why he got shot.
Think about that,
so
bro.
it's kind of like, okay, so you don't want to get involved, but you do want to get involved. But then if you get involved, you get shot. You know, so and it's like we all hear these stories of people that are trying to do something good and they become, you know, an innocent bystander that loses their lives that was trying to do good.
Mm-hmm.
And here I'm gonna give you the full circle. Here's the U.S. and we're all saying it. Here's the U.S. trying to do something nice for Afghanistan, and look how it looks.
Yeah. Look how it looks.
It's a
look
big.
how-
I'm just taking.
yeah.
I'm taking what we said about the guy with the shoes
Yeah.
to a bigger
To
spectrum.
a bigger spectrum.
Yeah.
It's just like how we were saying, like, how would you feel if your neighbor came over and tell you what to do in your house?
Right.
You know, you got to look at it from a smaller perspective to a larger, to a city, a state, a country, the whole world.
Generally,
You
yeah.
know, like boom. So
And I guess it was a deal that was cut by the past administration, and it happened. But the crazy part, because you were saying something about some of the rights already started changing. And I guess the Taliban saying that nothing's going to change. They still want people to, if women are going to school, they want women to go to school. If women are trying to better themselves, it's okay. So then when the reporter says, okay, but can they go to school dressed like me? And that's when they said no.
yeah,
They have to wear they have to cover everything.
they have to be
only show their
Yeah.
eye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then she said, "But why?" And they said because that's the way Islam says it. You know, and it's like, I think what you were saying. Are they gonna go back to being that radical group that they were known for? Are they gonna violate rights?
If you notice, all these problems that arise in politics a lot of time have to do with religion.
Mm-hmm.
If their political system had no
Religion,
involvement in it,
maybe.
maybe. I mean that's hard to believe, right? But because you know even here in the U.S., man, like we have in God we trust for everything. You know the president's always like God bless America, blah blah blah. Like we're even guilty of bringing religion
And
into
it-
politics.
But in the Constitution it says separation of church and state, right?
The Constitution says a
See,
lot of shit.
yeah,
too that doesn't
it
happen,
says a lot of
man.
things. But
So-
even in the judicial system, you put your hand on the Bible
Yeah.
and swear like
Yeah,
to God.
it's like, oh, okay, so what? So if I don't believe in the Bible, I can put my hand on there and lie.
Yeah.
No, but
You know
don't
what I
they? No, that's only when you become a president, right?
What?
They give
When
you
they do
whatever.
inauguration?
They give you whatever. Yeah, whatever you believe in, you could swear on that, right?
I don't know, man. I've never, but I wouldn't be surprised if do that. Like maybe put the Quran or maybe something else.
No, that's what they said that Obama was gonna do, right? He was gonna swear on the Quran, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying because
Yeah.
I mean we're talking about people that believe in some crazy shit out there. You know what I mean?
So and I think that's when it becomes like a big thing
Okay.
on the because if you don't follow those religious beliefs, then technically
You don't
would
abide by
think
those rules.
that you think that they're taking away your human rights.
Okay. So, I'm gonna double down again, bro, right here.
Damn.
And the reason I'm doubling down is because C brought something good up right now, right? I'm doubling down because I'm saying this. So, why do we have Afghanistan? Why do we have Iran? Why do we have Iraq? Why do we have Saudi Arabia? If what C says is correct, let's just remove religion out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
They could be a whole country themselves, you know what I mean, without having religion. You know what I mean? But they all want to be these countries, bro. You know what I mean? And they all have some type of extreme views on what they see in the Quran. You know what I mean? Because I know that in Saudi Arabia, there's been progression when it comes to the way women dress. You know what I mean? And certain women rights. You know what I mean? Not, I mean, I'm not saying they're the role models of
but they're being more progressive.
But when I'm hearing like, okay, I guess some of the comments in this takeover by the Taliban now is that I guess in salons they used to have women like showing, you know, makeup or whatever, and now with the Taliban taking over, they had to paint it white. You know what I mean? There's no posters. There's nothing about how women are gonna be looking when they go to the salon, bro.
And you know what, man? Like I used to work retail, and in high end retail, there's a lot of clients that would come in and buy stuff for their wives or their wife or however, whatever it is, and they would be wearing like full on designer outfits, full makeup on underneath that whole traditional outfit. Yeah,
I've seen that too.
And you wouldn't expect it, and it's like, oh no, she has the freedom to wear whatever she wants underneath that, and it's like, yo, so is that freedom or is it not? You know, like, do you really?
Who was she showing it to?
Well, supposedly it was just for her husband when she got home, and she uncovered her hair and everything else. You know.
Oh, I like that.
So,
I'm just messing.
I think I think look, man, if religion was not so involved in the Middle East, I think we could see the Middle East one day develop into something like the European Union or something like that.
You think so?
Yeah.
If religion was to be removed from the equation of politics.
But they have so many groups that.
But let's be honest, man. It's not gonna happen. That's like speaking of a perfect world. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know?
So are we always gonna have issues in the Middle East?
I don't want to be pessimistic, but I think so.
And
I think
we're always gonna have war somewhere. I think.
Oh
so.
damn! This guy wants us to make more money.
There's always gonna be war.
Okay.
But
I guess let me take you guys to a prediction. Is the U.S. gonna be involved in more of the Middle East?
As long as there's natural resources, I'm gonna say yes.
I would say how involved, man. Are we gonna be publicly involved?
Are we gonna have a war again?
Are we gonna be publicly involved? Or is another country gonna be involved that is getting backed by the U.S.? You know. And I think that's what's gonna happen, man.
You don't know?
I think that's.
I think that can happen. I think that can happen. Yeah, I can see the U.S. having another country do its dirty work for them.
Exactly.
Who?
I mean,
let's see what developing country or what little brother the U.S. has that wants
Israel?
to do it.
Ooh,
maybe.
Israel only beats it with what's it, Lebanon, right?
I mean, they beef with a lot, man. They beef with.
I just
everybody.
know they're pretty bad.
So they beef it with like everybody. I just think.
Hey, but it has to do with religion at the same time.
Right.
I think the U.S. is gonna act like they're staying out of it for a while. Who knows? I mean,
let me ask you this: if a Republican president gets into the White House, do we go to war?
You can't say because of Republican presidents.
No, I could.
But, I could.
So
maybe
I could tell you if you go look at those 220 something years, the majority were Republican presidents.
No, I mean you're
they
right
love
about
fighting.
that. I mean,
I think
no. I don't think it's about fighting. I think it's more about just being like they support the military.
But I think Democrats support the military too.
No, they do. They definitely do. But Republicans seem to be more like.
I think it doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter.
Republican or Democrats, it's the same thing.
And if you look
so you're saying we're not going to war again?
If you look at the history of that, right?
With the Middle East,
Didn't the parties pretty much flip?
Right.
didn't the parties pretty much flip?
Right.
So then before that, it was actually the Democrats that acted like Republicans and the Republicans that acted like Democrats.
Right, but overall, Democrats had always wanted not to go to war. When it comes to wars,
Really?
the only time they gave 100% vote was when we went to war for the war on terror. When 9/11.
What about the war on drugs?
No, I don't know about that one, bro. God damn, dog.
What about Reagan?
What about the war on
He's Republican.
El Chapo, dog? That's the only cat that got the real war on that one, dude.
What about the Cold War?
What about it, dog?
Were we involved in the Cold War?
Yeah.
Okay, so who was the president during the Cold War?
Ronald, right? It was Ronald Reagan.
Really?
Yeah.
When was the Cold War?
God damn, dog. You seriously?
No, cause
You can do more.
You need to do goddamn reading, bro.
I know, I do.
I'm gonna say Ronald Reagan, dog. Cold War.
Okay, because I thought it was
Go.
90s.
It
No.
was Truman, Reagan, Kennedy.
Yeah, told you.
Oh, damn. All right.
Damn.
Never,
I mean,
never
Cold
mind.
War lasted for like ever, man.
Yeah.
Nixon, Jimmy Carter,
Okay, never mind. That's way
George
too old.
W. Bush Sr.,
Okay, wait.
Eisenhower, General Ford.
Okay.
But not
Alright.
Clinton.
No.
Okay,
There you go.
all right. That answers
It
my
ended.
question. That answers my question.
Whoa,
Damn,
whoa,
bro.
whoa.
So you just proved me wrong.
What?
You just proved me wrong right now.
Yeah.
You said all the Republican president, or there's always war when there's a Republican president in office.
Majority were Republican.
Man,
Damn.
there's always war periods, bro. And there's not such a big difference between Republican and Democrats.
Wow.
It's the
See.
same.
I kinda agree with them,
Sorry, you're a Bernie
They're,
Sanders.
they're both.
Sorry, you're a Bernie Sanders supporter,
They're
dog.
both wings on the same bird, man. It's the same
Damn. Oh shit. He's hot today, dog. Okay,
shit. Man,
okay.
You showing your cards like you got something
Yeah,
already.
he did that say last week and we beat him. Remember?
Yeah.
All right.
And
Let's
now we know
run
his
it.
bluff. That's his new bluff.
That's
huh?
his new bluff.
Let's
All right.
run it.
So then, okay, I guess I'm saying we will be in war pretty soon in the near future with someone in the Middle East. You guys are both saying no?
No, I'm saying I don't know. Maybe, I probably.
I'm just saying, due to our nature as a
Yeah.
country, do you think we'll be in war with
We're
somebody
gonna be
in
in war
the
with
Middle?
somebody.
No, in the Middle East.
Okay.
Probably.
Look at this, man.
Probably.
And
Okay.
we'll end this as the last thing, so
Okay, go.
so people could go search in the fucking
Go.
get
go.
lost in the internet, right?
Yeah, go.
The last few weeks, we've had nothing but bad news about the pandemic on the news.
Right?
This whole last week, we have nothing going on about the pandemic on the news. Everything's on Afghanistan.
Right.
Everywhere we've gone, not talking about like on the news, but everywhere we've gone, we've heard about more people getting sick.
Right.
Okay, do you think
This is
somewhat of a distraction also
Yeah.
to get back at other stuff?
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, man, I was just in Washington D.C. They already went back to a mask mandate. A lot of other states are already going back to a mask
Yeah.
mandate.
Well, yeah. I got an email right now saying that venues are starting to require proof of vaccination.
Yeah.
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 Like local venues.
So there's
Yeah.
so I think really, man, like we could be looking at more pandemic stuff coming up as well. Like, could we be going towards a second lockdown?
I think
I'm gonna
maybe.
be honest with you. I don't
I
feel.
think maybe.
You think we are?
I think maybe. Yeah, there's
Bro,
a possibility.
the schools are really gonna be what push it, whether we do or we don't.
Here we go. I'm doubling down right here. It's August 16. We're not gonna shut down again.
We're not gonna shut down again, no matter what the numbers are.
No.
Okay.
You don't think the schools are gonna stay in school?
I think this. I'm gonna tell you this. The way the numbers are at the school system, they're. And I work for a school district. For the amount of kids that are going to school, to the amount of kids that are being sick, is too minimal.
It's too minimal.
Right.
But
And a lot of kids are getting the vaccine.
yeah,
A lot of the kids are 16 and over are getting the vaccine. Now, and like I said, we're here, whether you believe in the vaccine or not, it's up to you guys. But I'm going to tell you guys a story and it's really fast, from a nurse that's in the ICUs, right? And where they have a lot of this and it was crazy. I guess what they told my friend is because they're really close to each other, that a lot of the kids are there, and we call them kids, but they're like 20 to 30. That's the main gap that you're seeing a lot in the hospital right now, in the emergency room, is they're asking for the vaccine once they're there. They're like, can I just get the vaccine? And it's like, no, dude.
Yeah.
That's not the way vaccines work. You know,
Yeah.
you can't get the vaccine to get better. You already got it. You can't get the vaccine for that. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be honest with you guys. For a lot of the people that don't believe in the vaccine, when people are getting sick, they're actually asking for the vaccine, which is weird. Like, why do you guys, like, not... I mean, whatever it is, you know, just do it, you know? Follow your thing, but, I mean, just know that it's either a preventative, you know? It's not a solution to the problem.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the one that I got they haven't said that you need a booster, but I know the other ones they're asking already for boosters.
Which one did you get?
Moderna, they haven't said that we need a booster, but
And that's only one shot.
no, it's 2 shots.
Oh, really?
It's 2 shots.
It's 2 shots.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's a 2-shotter.
What
Pfizer's already working on a booster for the Delta variant.
they were talking about how in who's that country that's like super up on the medical stuff? Jerusalem?
Israel.
Yeah, Israel. What's it called?
Germany?
They're already talking about Germany too, man. But they're already talking about how they've already been administering the booster to the first one already to get ready for the flu season.
Well, and the crazy part and the scary part, and this is where we're gonna see the numbers go up, is because we haven't even hit flu season.
Yeah, exactly.
And the numbers are going up.
And the numbers are going up.
But
And here's the thing too. Yes, the kids that are going back to school have a stronger body and a stronger immune system, so they're not, having fatal. They're not dying. But what about the other family members that they live with?
exactly, that's the issue.
And that's the real issue that people need to think about too.
But I'm gonna be honest, man. I mean, all of you guys have social media. Go check out social media stories, man. People are partying like there's no fucking tomorrow, dude.
No one cares about it, man. No one cares about it.
I mean, I see.
Let me tell you about my weekend, man.
Yeah. You know what?
Just kidding.
I've still been, and I'm making it a habit again to always wear my mask no matter what. And the other day, I went to go visit a friend, and he was always very cautious about it, and I forgot to go into his house with my mask on, which was something I had done for the last whole time of the pandemic, And as soon as I got in the car and I realized like I didn't have to take off my mask because I was back in I was like, oh man. And I called him and I was like, hey man, I just want to say like, I feel like an asshole.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, you were wearing your mask and I feel like an asshole because like I didn't wear my mask, And he's like, no man, I know you're careful. I know you got vaccinated and I know you're careful with stuff, And he's like, I just kind of like know like people are kind of like getting over it now. And I was like, no man, I'm still careful about it. I know, you have health issues.
I'm gonna be honest with you. People laugh at me, but I mean, I go places. I go to bars. I go places, and I'm wearing a mask.
Yeah.
I had a bartender tell me like, "Oh, you don't have to wear that here," And I was like, "Shit." Nah, I mean,
have you gotten in Ubers lately?
No.
Man, I got in an Uber the other day and I came back inside to grab my mask, and I came out, and I told the guy, I was like, hey, I'm sorry, I went back inside to grab my mask. Sorry to keep you waiting. He's like, I don't need that shit. I was like, oh, okay.
You should have said, oh, man, where's your red hat?
And I was like, fuck.
Oh.
He was wearing his
Keep
mask,
it moving, dog.
But it made me think, like, well, damn, how many people does he have in the car that don't care?
Exactly.
And he doesn't enforce it.
Exactly.
And now I'm fucking sitting here breathing in
exactly,
the AC,
bro.
like, man.
He ain't cleaning that car.
Nah.
All right, man, I threw that much money in there, bro. Let's see.
All right.
Come on,
go
man.
all in. Without even going.
Shit.
Before we even flip anything else. Forrest, I know you were showing your cards over there.
You better
Let's run it.
Oh,
run it.
Shit, dog.
All right.
Here, I'm even going to leave it like that.
You're going to leave it like that?
Damn, like that.
You want to show one?
You want to show one?
I'll show one.
Okay, show one, dog.
If I show one, I show the other. It's already done.
Nah.
Oh, he's already a straight. No, flush. He's got a flush, dog. He's flushed up. You're flushed up, bro. You take my money.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is. I was
Go to the
close.
casino.
I was close.
I knew he was flushed up, dude.
But I had a pair, though.
All right, guys. With that said, thank you very much. Hey, people from Afghanistan, wish you guys good luck. Hopefully everything works out, man.